All the while, nothing but projection. Y'all the ones who treat people in an inhumane manner, not us. Not us. Don't even try it. How we doing? My studio looks, am I just now live? Am I just now going live? How long have I been live? Hello? Did this stream just start 30 seconds ago? Okay, well, you know what? We about to start over. Should we start over? Or should we keep going? It's been going for 1 minute? Okay, good. We're just now getting started. Welcome back. Welcome back. I don't know. There was some type of glitch with my studio. Very sorry. But it's not a problem. We're about to go over this again. Let's start with this story. I went over this last night with the members. Angie Harmon, actress. Her dog was shot by a delivery driver. She ordered Instacart delivery. And she made sure her dog, this is the lady. She made sure that her dog was on the front porch. Look at this. This is her front porch. Why would there be a dog anywhere right here? You just ordered food. The delivery driver told the cops that that dog tried to attack him, and he defended himself with a single gunshot. The worker was suspended but not fired, and there were no charges on this man because he acted in self-defense. Isn't that easy to believe? There should be no dog here. No dog. But she's playing the victim. She said he got out of his car, delivered the food, then shot our dog. She said our Ring camera was charging in the house, so there's no video footage. Oh, what a coincidence. No video footage, right? And you want us to believe he just casually walked up. This guy was on the clock, trying to make an honest living. And he just randomly shot you? No, I believe his story. Ma'am? She said he did not have a scratch or bite on him, nor were his pants torn. That's the point. Don't have to be. Long as it's coming at you, charging you in an aggressive manner, you can use your firearm. Again, that's why he was not charged, not arrested, and not fired. And I'm saying this person deserves a GoFundMe. These are the types of victims that deserve a GoFundMe, even if they pay him back pay for the suspension. He deserved one just for the trauma, the shock, the accusation, the potential tarnishing of his image and reputation. These nutters that get GoFundMes don't deserve them. Look at this. She said, he shot our dog with my daughters and myself at home and just kept saying, yeah, I shot your dog. Yeah, I did. Because that was self-defense. That's why he was confident like that. Somebody who's just going out trying to kill dogs for fun, they don't talk like that. He was talking like that because he knew that y'all purposely put that dog at the front door. Sick nutters. I told you they get off on seeing people in fear, threatening people. They get off on it. True psychopaths, true sociopaths. You can see it in their eyes. She's an actress. I think she appeared on A&E or something like that. Psychopath. We are deeply saddened and disturbed to hear about this incident. Instacart said. We have no tolerance for violence of any kind, and the shopper account was immediately suspended from our platform. The violence is her. Your worker was doing his job and was attacked. What if he was mauled? What if he was killed? Isn't this the better option? Protect yourself. Shouldn't have been no dog there. There's no reason for his employer to talk like this. Y'all should be on his side. He has not been charged. Nothing has happened to him, and y'all shouldn't have done nothing to him. Say, we have been in direct contact with the customer and are cooperating with law. Get out of here. They were the perpetrators. Then they share photos trying to project this worthless mutt as harmless and innocent. Get out of here. I believe the delivery driver. He was attacked by your worthless dog. Upon arrival, officers located and spoke to all involved parties. Investigation revealed that a delivery driver arrived at the residence to deliver goods. Driver told officers a dog attacked him while he was at the residence and that he defended himself by firing a single gunshot, striking and mortally wounding the dog. Another dog was present at the residence but did not attack. Get out of here. Get out of here. This lady on her social media, this actress, her followers chimed in. One said, "This is unbelievable. I don't even know how to react to this. Oh my God," another one said. "I'm horrified beyond disbelief." Out of here. I can't even begin to imagine. Stunned. Harmon's followers encouraged her to make a stand. You're not the victim, lady. He's the victim. Make a stand against, people need to make a stand against you and people like you. People who do stuff like this. There was no reason why your dog should have been anywhere around the door. And you know it. Y'all made sure the dog was there because you wanted to get off on intimidating and terrorizing people. He got fed up. I'm saying, it's a delivery driver. He's on the same level now as postal workers, cops, people who are attacked most often. I don't want to hear no sympathy. You get no sympathy. Listen, make a stand. They said, use your networking and social media to take this guy down and file a suit against the police department for not doing anything. Kudos to the police department. They know the law. Nutters don't. Nutters don't. The cops, they should fully understand he got a dangerous job because when cops are in the same situation, they shoot them too. Cops are always shooting dogs. Why? Because they walk up to people's homes just like this delivery driver did and are attacked. So I don't want to hear it. They said if he's that quick to pull a gun out, it's just a matter of time before he does it again or to a person. No. See, he's not like you all. He can tell the difference between a worthless dog and a human being. No, scratch that too. So if y'all find out who this guy is, share it with me. I'll share his GoFundMe. But the thing is, like I said with the members, he knows that he's not going to get no support if he starts a GoFundMe. No support. That needs to stop. This was another case that took place where this nutter, this woman, brought a XL bully and a pit bull inside an apartment complex.
New at 5:30, a local couple says they witnessed a brutal pit bull attack near West Shasta Avenue in Northwest Chico. Action News Now reporter Sade Pullen shares their story and the continuing search for those dogs.
Just before midnight on Sunday, a couple tells me that they saw 4 to 5 dogs attacking a group of goats here on Bay Avenue. Hannah Kelms was
attacking a group of goats. Hey, you fake experts. You want to be behaviorists and trainers and veterinarians. Y'all want to tell us that these dogs were in fear of the goats? Felt threatened by the goats? Yeah, that's what y'all saying. That's why you're not experts. I'm taking your title, snatching it from you. I'm snatching your stripes, each and every one of you. This is not the behavior of fear or anxiety. This is bloodthirst. Going through killing goat after goat, animal after animal. And they attack people for the same reason. Just bloodthirsty mutants.
Was pet sitting with her husband Gabriel when they heard loud commotion and the sounds of goats screaming. Her husband went down this slope and jumped right over this fence to get to one of the remaining goats, risking his own life. The one goat her husband was able to save had to be put down by the sheriff's office because it was hurt too badly.
Horrible. How despicable these things are. Where are you animal lovers at? You all should despise dogs because they specialize in doing this. Trespassing on other people's territory. This ain't territorial aggression. This is bloodthirst. And these are not pets. Pets don't cause scenes like this. Now let me show y'all something else. It's going to get a lot worse. There was another dog attack. Well, actually, before we get to that, I got to get this off my chest first, because this really makes me sick.
One dog is on the road to recovery. You may remember this pit bull that was found in North Las Vegas wandering the streets with a broken jaw. We are happy to report the pup named Selena has received the surgeries needed to get her back on her feet. She is in foster care now, getting all the love and attention she deserves.
Overall, she's doing pretty good. She's got a great appetite. You know, when they first got her, she was super starved, super skinny, had a lot of trauma. So it's very good that she's food motivated because, you know, giving her medications and things of that nature makes it a lot easier to do that.
Well, local law enforcement are continuing their investigation into her injuries. There is now a $3,500 reward for more information leading to an arrest.
As we mark.
Okay. They found a dog with a broken jaw. And suddenly, people, do y'all know every year there are millions and millions and millions of homeless children? Do you know child homelessness is at an all-time high? As I speak, it's higher than it has ever been in history as I speak. Do you know what else is at an all-time high? Treating dogs as if they are those homeless children. You really can't make this up. How is this even possible? How is this possible? Yeah, look up the statistics on child homelessness here in the United States. It's off the map. And it's like close to 3 million, right? But yet, all the love, look at how she was.
One dog is on the road to
holding this thing and rubbing on it as if it's the child, as if it's a baby.
Super starved, super skinny, had a lot of, you know.
Like, really? Look at her. Shouldn't the media
love and attention she deserves.
Shouldn't the media be saying these things about these homeless children in the United States? Giving them the home they deserve.
The love and attention she deserves.
Oh, give the dog the love and attention it deserves. The dog deserve it, but the homeless children in the United States don't. I'm just looking at the logic of this whole thing. This is pure sickness. People, this is a degenerative culture. It's subhuman. Flat out. That's going to be a subject of discussion too. How subhuman this culture is, and extremely immoral. Dog Culture Review mentioned Utah. And you'll see that there are more shelters around the country than there are sanctuaries for those homeless, right? You know, you're dealing with a healthy homeless adult. For the most part, you know, they can take care of themselves. Same with the dogs. Why are y'all adopting dogs when the dogs are in shelters and the shelter's providing food and shelter? The dog don't know what no home is. Humans, we know what homes are. Cannot make this up. Society is going down the tubes. Look at this. This surfaced a few hours ago. Abandoned, severely wounded pit bulls found in Hartford may have been forced to fight. And they're making that assumption just because they found them with injuries. These things are never forced to fight. When they fight, when they attack, they want to. They fully intend on attacking. They make the decision themselves. What are you talking about? Just on its face, people, on its face, that is ridiculous. There's no logic at all behind assuming that a pit bull you found somewhere with injuries was forced. Are you out of your mind? Y'all keep them on leashes trying to restrain them from attacking randomly and what are you talking about? You know, it's just time to hold this nuttery up to scrutiny. Simple as that. Get out of here. No, somebody probably defended themselves from that dog. It was probably involved in a fight like it was bred to do. They love to try to ignore the fact or ignore what these things were bred for. Yeah, the breed bred for fighting and to be obsessed with killing and fighting most often have injuries. Now, this is that story I referred to. People, try to relax because this is an infuriating case. This surfaced a few hours or maybe a day ago now. Again, this lady went into an apartment. It wasn't even her apartment. It was not her apartment. She went to visit somebody and she brought this is one of those apartment complexes with narrow hallways. She brought an XL bully and a pit bull. Let me check my sound. How we doing out there? We good? Okay. Brace yourself.
We're hearing from a woman who was hurt as an Omaha police officer killed her cousin's dog. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rob McCartney.
I'm Julie Cornell. This is the first time we've heard from any of the people involved. Now, police say they found 2 dogs fighting and 3 people trying to separate them. That was in an apartment building near 16th and Farnham.
Police say a veteran officer fired his gun downward at one of the dogs, but the bullets ricocheted and hit 2 people.
Now, I think this is a different case from the one I recently shared. Remember, somebody else got hit here recently in the story, but this might be the same one. So it was a ricochet.
KATV News Watch 7's Jessica Perez talked with one of the women involved. Jessica?
Whitney Brown calls this a traumatizing situation. She tells me she was visiting family members at the securities building and brought her 2 dogs along, a pit bull and an XL bully. Brown says her cousin's dog, also an XL bully, began to attack.
Listen to that. I told y'all, when you see these people, they are your enemies. You in a place, apartment complex, narrow hallways, some nutter, especially if it's a woman, and this woman is obese, poor balance and all, with an XL bully and a pit bull. When I see these types of people in a tight place like that, I pull out my gun. I don't communicate. I don't make friends. I don't say hi. If I speak to people like this, it's all warnings. You better control that dog. Don't make me have to shoot it. These are psychopaths who do crazy stuff, sociopaths. They don't care about their own safety and nobody else's.
We want to warn you, some images may be graphic for some viewers. What Whitney Brown planned as a study day at her cousin's for an upcoming CPR test instead ended with her leaving this apartment building in a stretcher. Brown says her cousin's dog
Look at that scene. Pets don't cause scenes like this. Y'all understand that? These are not pets. How many cop cars are here? Got an ambulance. These are not pets. Okay, that's going to be another subject.
It ended with her leaving this apartment building in a stretcher. Brown says her cousin's dog got aggressive.
Immediately started to attack my puppy. So my bigger dog
Immediately started to attack my puppy. Look at this giant mutt that she calling a puppy. Told you, perpetual liars.
dog jumped in. I was able to separate my puppy from that and
Repeatedly calling it a puppy. This big giant mutt. I told you, these nutters, no accountability, perpetual liars. They do nothing but lie, and they're always dishonest.
kind of trying to shut the door.
The fight spilled into the hallway, where Omaha police officers Bradley Bornhoft and Stephen Barnes heard yelling and dogs barking while searching for a trespasser.
And they see me struggling, with the dog, so he
Bunch of idiots in an apartment complex wrestling with dogs. Bully breed, XL bullies.
literally said step back. That's what we did, and fired the shots.
Omaha police says Officer Barnes fired his service weapon twice, killing her cousin's dog.
It was tough. I wouldn't wish that on nobody. I definitely didn't expect to see a dog get killed in front of me.
Brown says a bullet ricocheted and hit her leg. She says her 15-year-old cousin was also hit.
Hearing her cry like that, it wasn't for the dog, it was for herself, because you could tell it's a different cry.
The teen's mom was also injured. Investigators say they don't know if it was from a dog bite or a ricochet. Brown says she understands officers need to act, but wishes things ended differently.
Cops are going to do what they got to do, which is safe for them and making sure nobody else gets hurt. But we ended up getting hurt in the process as well. So it's really it's nobody's fault. I just really wish it was other techniques that could have been done.
Other techniques like you not being in possession of the mutants. You ever think about that? That was the first step in opening the door for a scene like this. Being a goofy nutter, acquiring these things, and you going inside an apartment complex with a bully XL bully and a pit bull. An absolute sociopath. These are psychopaths, man. And you're obese? Look at her nasty sock. How you got an ankle-high sock covered in dog hair? Nasty filth. These people bring nothing but danger, right? Danger and filth. Dog funk. Turd-faced, stinking mutants, excrement factories, the dog hair everywhere. This is disgusting. You better go to hospital, because I know you just got dog all over you. And with those wounds, you better be worried about infection, primarily because of how nasty this thing is. This is why I see these nutters, especially these little women. They're physically weaker than men, and men are not strong enough to control these things. You got to look at these people as a threat and treat them like a threat, because they are privately getting off on scaring you, intimidating you. They all have this bully in them, all these nutters.
In the process as well. So it's really nobody's I mean, it's nobody's fault. I just really wish it was other techniques that could have been done.
Brown says the hallway is narrow, so she's grateful things didn't turn out worse.
It could have been way worse. You got people that live in the apartments, you know, bullets don't have no names on them. They could bounce anywhere.
Where's your accountability? You caused this whole thing. You and your cousin, you being a nutter was the cause of this. Yeah, somebody could have been shot. It would have been your fault. These cops use what they know is going to work. They know a baton ain't going to work. Pepper spray not going to work. Taser ain't going to work. Especially not on no bully breed. You might get them to work on some other dog. Several cases, it does not work on these. Pathetic. Looking for sympathy. Not holding herself accountable for nothing.
Brown says she now has a $2,000 hospital bill she can't afford. She tells me
$2,000 hospital. Who cares? She can afford them dogs. She can afford dog food for them, can't she? I don't hear nothing. See, now if she set up a GoFundMe, she might get support. Tell her to sell them worthless mutts and pay her bills. That way her bills will be paid and she won't be threatening other people.
she's seeking advice from a lawyer.
Man, okay, shut up. Care about that nutter. None of you nutters. You're nothing but troublemakers. You ruin communities. You are the most dangerous neighbors or people that somebody can have as a neighbor. It is because of you that people's toddlers get mutilated, maimed, killed. It's because of you people as neighbors, you people in society. Your possession of these killers make you the worst type of neighbor to possibly have. Worst type of citizen, period. Because this woman didn't even live in this neighborhood. Ridiculous. Listen to her looking for sympathy. Oh, I wish there were other ways it could be handled. Can't make this up. Now, did I talk about this already? Because I've dealt with this story twice already, but I don't know. I might have dealt with it 3 times. Yeah, we're going to find this guy and get his GoFundMe popping. Other news. This guy, the owner of the dog who mauled this baby to death, 18-week-old baby, he has been jailed for 18 weeks. 18 weeks. Ava Jane Death, owner of killer dog, jailed. Oh, wait a minute. No, this is an old story. What is this? I don't know how recently, but I wanted y'all to look at this. This is a fatality. It surfaced 2015. The owner of a banned dog that mauled a baby to death has been jailed for 18 weeks. 18 weeks? Really? That's not all. See, I had not even been on YouTube in 2015. So this is one of those stories that, that surfaced before I started looking into this stuff. 18 weeks, that is pathetic. But listen to what the judge said. And this made me so mad, I started looking for the judge. He has no social media. Lee Wright, whose pit bull terrier killed an 11-month-old, was found guilty of possessing a dangerous dog. They're all in possession of dangerous dogs. Listen to what the judge actually said. Excuse me. He said, I found you guilty. I accept culpability is not the highest because you did not know the dog was a pit bull type. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. What are you talking about? They all know. These nutters, you never see a pit nutter with a non-bully breed calling it a pit bull. These people know the difference. He said, you allowed a dog of 9 stone in weight to have contact with a young child asleep in your bed. Dude, that's all over social media. Videos, photos. Dogs are constantly having contact with infants and toddlers. What? Listen to this. He continued. He said, you were aware that the dog had access. Do you know what this judge was doing in this moment? He had in mind the reckless endangerment laws. This story broke before it was popular to ignore the reckless endangerment laws that I've shared several times. This is what should happen to all of them. This is why I say they're criminals. You are aware that the dog had access. That dog killed that child in an offense of the gravest harm imaginable. Only a custodial sentence can be justified. You clearly felt the tragedy and have shown remorse. District Judge added, I ask you to think very carefully in the next 5 years to think whether you are in a fit state to keep a dog. Speaking after the case, police spokesman said this was an absolutely horrific incident in which a baby girl lost her life. And first and foremost, our thoughts remain. Her death was tragic, wholly avoidable, were it not for Leroy having in his possession an animal which was clearly capable of causing serious injury. People, this is the reckless endangerment law that I've been talking about. How many times I brought this up? More times than I can remember. I've been going on about this for years. This judge was speaking in line with the reckless endangerment law. And this is exactly what I've been saying. All they have to do is enforce it. They don't have to create new laws to ban these things. At least out of homes where there are children. It should be illegal. Like, you go to a shelter, say, hey, I want a dog. Okay, can we see that? You got to provide evidence to show us, let us know who all live inside your home. Any kids? No, that's against the reckless endangerment laws. Okay, and you should get charged if you just bring your dog into a home where there are children. This is crazy. Let me share this. If y'all able to find this judge, I want to find him because I want to respectfully ask him that when he said this, did he have the reckless endangerment laws in mind? Because it sounded like he did. Crazy. That is why I saved that story. Now, here, look at this. Look at this. I pulled this up at the same time or shortly after I found that video with the dog with the broken jaw. Look at this. A staggering 2.5 million are now homeless each year in America. This historic high represents 1 in every 30 children in the United States. Okay, and this is back 2014. Wait a minute, no. Latest version, no. Okay, there's no date on this. 2013. It was at an all-time high in 2013 as well. And really, it's always been higher. Now, we know that's the case, at least in some states. Let me see here. Yeah, right? Whatever it is, it's too high, right? And we all know it's millions. Millions upon millions. Statistics. Oh, yeah. Here you go. What are you doing here? What the hell is this? Yeah, it's still 2.5 million. 1 in every 30. 1 in every 30. So how is it possible for these people to project themselves as morally superior, bragging about adopting dogs? Make it make sense. How have we let these people claim moral superiority based on them adopting dogs? And there's over 2.5 million homeless children. That is insane. I'm just looking at the logic of it all. That is insane. Unbelievable. Look at this. Youth homelessness. Each year, an estimated 4.2 million youth and young adults experience homelessness, 700,000 of which are unaccompanied minors, meaning they are not a part of a family or accompanied by a parent or guardian. These estimates indicate that approximately 1 in 10 adults ages 18 to 25 and 1 in 30 youth ages 13 to 17 will experience homelessness each year. Really? Really? And they exalt themselves, pat themselves on the back, project themselves as morally superior because they adopt dogs. I'm not impressed with that. I'm sorry, I'm not impressed with that. Look at this. This is the scene of another recent attack. This video was uploaded 3 hours ago. A pit bull went on the attack late Monday night, leaving multiple family members injured and in need of medical attention. I think I shared this story. This is in Los Angeles. Again, people, look at the scene. Pets don't create scenes like this. These are not pets. This is why cops use them as weapons. Look at this. How many ambulances? Y'all not going to get away with exalting these creatures as angels on earth. No. These dogs attack the same people that feed them every day. And that guy in that article yesterday or the other day said dogs are not ungrateful. They're always grateful. Is this the type of character we expected to admire? We're supposed to admire the character of dogs? This is the worst type of character you can have. Worst type of living, breathing entity possible. One that will attack people who give it things for free, not even biologically related to you. Just give the dog food and shelter. And they do this on a regular. They attack people inside the home most of the time. Let's deal with majority statistics here. I'm not dealing with no fringe percentage. Dogs, when they attack, they usually attack somebody in the home. They're the most ungrateful. There ain't nothing about these turd-faced, stinking mutants admirable. Nothing at all. And on top of producing scenes like this, they're also hideous, stink, annoying. Please. There's still a lot of dog lovers finding my channel for the first time. A lot of them, I don't know why, surprised by the name. Hate dogs? Hate dog? A lot of them get triggered. Listen, the word hate ain't strong enough. If y'all want to have a discussion about my name, hate ain't strong enough. It used to be just right. Like, yeah, hate, because nobody uses that word. But after doing more research and actually becoming an expert, dog tech expert, no. Hate is not a strong enough word. That took place, what? Los Angeles. You cannot make this up. I don't know if this...
Hospitalized after a dog attack in Van Nuys. Happened about 2 people have been hospitalized after a dog attack in Van Nuys. Happened about 10:40 last night in the 13,000 block of Runnymede Street, that's south of South Point.
Look at that. That's a pet.
Circumstances leading up to the attack remain unclear. First responders say when they arrived at the scene, they found 2 people suffering from multiple dog bites. Animal Services was called to the home, but they could not take the dog away because it was on private property. The homeowners are being asked to bring the dog to an animal shelter while the LAPD investigates.
What you gonna investigate? The thing attacked all family members. The people who are in the home all the time. They refuse to accept that
2 people have been hospitalized.
They refuse to accept that dogs have that type of despicable character. That's why they always look for a way to blame something else. To project it as being out of the dog's control, or the attack was not intended by the dog, or the dog was provoked, or something like that. They just can't accept that these things have an evil character. And that's really the long and short of it. These are evil, despicable mutants that love to attack. You don't have to force them to attack. You don't have to train them. They're designed, they were bred to attack and kill. And that's really all dogs, period. But when you're talking about legalities, talking about banning, do any breeds need to be banned? Yes. There's no reason for breeds that were bred for fighting and killing to be kept as pets. And when you find these things with injuries, it's most likely because they were doing what they were bred to do. They will even attack superior animals much larger than themselves. And what? They often end up injured. Attack horses, kick them, smash their skull, and then you find a pit bull with a dent in its head. You want to assume that some human abandoned it and put the dent in its head for fun. That type of ridiculous nonsense need to go, man. We really need to put a stop to that. Ridiculous. And then promoting this idea that the height of morality, especially for people with no children, is to go out and adopt a flipping dog. Disgusting. That is beneath. That's beneath subhuman level. Subhuman ain't low enough for that type of culture. Millions upon millions homeless children every single year. Y'all do nothing but promote dogs. They never talk about homeless youth in the United States. That's never a discussion. Where are the social media platforms? Where are the Twitter accounts dealing with the homelessness in this country? Dealing with something that's serious, that affects us, that affects people. No, y'all want to waste trillions. The money y'all spend on these things can go to donations. There won't be no homelessness if y'all did that. But you're so inhumane. And it's a behavior that you have. Your body, you're not inhumane, but you got an inhumane mentality. Y'all, all of you do. And young people flat out, they're going to look at it this way, and they're not going to be no nutter. They're going to be anti-dog because that's the trend we're going to set. Simple as that. Listen, most trends start at the grassroots anyway. I need y'all to understand that. I need y'all to understand that. A lot of these dances y'all see in entertainment, they were started in the neighborhood. The neighborhood. It's all about knowing whether or not something you got is gonna stick. This gonna stick. And nuttery is gonna lose its stickiness. Y'all got a goofy philosophy, and it's despicable, it's unjust. Don't nobody want to be associated with people with a character like this. Somebody who will order food and then set their dog on the porch for the delivery driver to have to deal with. You bring these things into public places, into apartment complexes, getting off on terrorizing people. That's what it's all about. You get off on making people feel threatened, making people feel like their life is in danger. That ain't funny. I ain't laughing. Okay? You want to bring these things inside of an apartment complex? Okay, I'm going to pull out my gun. I'm not going to point it at you, but I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to be ready. And you're going to know why. We got to stop accepting this. Shout out to that delivery driver. He could be one of us. He probably contributes. Again, hopefully he shows himself. Shout out to him. Hopefully he starts a GoFundMe. Those are the types of stories I like to share. I get sick of sharing stuff. Delivery driver delivered, mauled, mutilated, maimed. Another victim and another nutter who gets off. Nothing happens to him. No, those stories need to stop. What in the world is going on? Do y'all see how many stories I pulled up? See all these tabs? I had to delete some. K-None in the house can attest. There's never ending content in dog culture. You never run out of things that need to be talked about. And it's all because how long we've ignored it. Been scared to, criticize, hold it up to scrutiny. Those days are over. Shout out to everybody able to join me for this pre-work live stream. And I hope you all are able to join me on the next as we continue with this crusade.